So today we are going to discuss principal planes are orthogonal. So before starting this topic, we need to know the dot product of vectors. So in the video screen you can see two vectors, vector A and vector B. These are given. Now what we will do, we will multiply this vector through dot product method. Now if you can see a vector A dot B, these are multiplied by dot product method. You can see by expanding, one technique is by expanding you will find the result as 92. This is the first method. By expanding all the terms you will find the result. This is expression number 1. Now in the second method, this is a shortcut. It's a kind of shortcut. What we do, we multiply coefficients as shown in the video screen. Now you take for a vector, the unit vector I has coefficient 2, so we have to multiply the coefficient of unit vector I in vector B, so 2 into 4. Similarly for J it is 3 in vector A and 6 in vector B, so we have to multiply 3 into 6 plus 6 in vector A and 12 in vector B. So summation of these products you will get the result as the same in the expression number 1. Now we have to keep this technique, this second technique in mind. So we will use this technique in the derivation later on. Now coming to the statement, principal planes are orthogonal. So we need to know the principal planes and principal stress. So principal plane is the plane where all the stress vectors are acting normally, and the stresses acting on these planes are known as principal stresses, and these planes are actually shearless planes. That means you will not find any kind of shear stress here. Coming back to the statement, the principal planes corresponding to a given state of stress at a point can be shown to be mutually orthogonal. Suppose n and n dash be the two principal planes, and sigma 1 and sigma 2 are the corresponding principal stresses. Then the projection of sigma 1 in the direction of n dash is equal to the projection of sigma 2 in the direction of n. So we can write as sigma 1 n dash dot n equal to sigma 2 n dot n dash. This is expression number 1. If nx, ny and nz are the direction cosines of n, and nx dash, ny dash and nz dash are the directions cosines of n dash, we can write expression number 1 as shown in the expression number 2. So this is actually expansion of expression number 1. Here we can see that left hand side the portions n dash dot n has been expanded through dot product method, and similarly on the right hand side you can see that n dot n dash has been again expanded through dot product method. So this is expression number 2. From expression number 2 we can say that the sigma 1 and sigma 2 are not equal. So nx into nx dash plus ny into ny dash plus nj into nz dash is equal to 0. That means n and n dash are perpendicular to each other. So in case of dot product method, if you somehow prove that this product, suppose nx into nx dash plus ny into ny dash plus nz into nz dash equal to 0, that means these vectors are perpendicular to each other.